One answered question is that every reaction of the being is impregnated with elements of protection, such as arrogance, obtuseness, and closed ideas, elements included to justify incompetence, or any other limit. In this surfing, philosophers who do not call themselves that, continue to be called, by outsiders, philosophers, even by their homes. They act as philosophers, for the wisdom that comes from the characteristic of acting as philosophers. They hide in the nomenclature and, being so close to wisdom, they mix, and hide in the common and, because they manifest in the common, they go unnoticed and even receive, at times, the maximum concept of philosophers. Those who call themselves philosophers are not philosophers either, but wisdom embraces them. In the text, the subject is taken in a different pattern, in which one does not think, speak, or act in the secondary vibratory state. Everything is touched from the primary. The conversation is with the primordial mind, whose access is for the rare, for the mad, or for those moments of rarity and madness. Looking simply, on the surface, are the things of the surface, and there, they must remain, in obedience to the laws of the surface, laws that should not be altered. In wisdom, laws are never broken. Already, in depth, are the things of depth, and obey the laws of depth. Sometimes, the being wonders, if it is possible to choose, between the surface and the depth. The conversation is responding, without hiding the keys, but distributing them, throughout the conversation. But, somehow, the concepts, which should be better understood, even when only didactics require them, are appreciated with great care. Superficiality, in this treaty, is established by any means, that connects a being to a place, for it is in the acquisition of a state, that the being manifests itself. Until then, the being does not exist, that is, it is in non-existence. Depth, on the other hand, is established by the search for disconnection, through a dive into silence, emptiness, space, non-existence, or nothingness. A nothingness, that is before the beginning. The being is understood with great care, in the analysis that composes its own paradox. In part of this analysis, concepts, such as body and spirit, which will persist for a long time, are seen within the simplicity of what they really are. Any body is just a component of the set that allows communion with an aspect, in accordance with its density. Any spirit is just a component of the set that allows communion with a more subtle aspect. Both are part of a single set that contains a variation of the most diverse bodies. This vision, however, is already too simple, and available to everyone. The disappearance of one is the disappearance of the others. The disappearance of any of its parts is the disappearance of the whole. What remains is what never disappears, the Lord who transits through all dimensions. It is in search of this Lord that the being faces this entrance.